people? It's your boy Secret. We're going to be talking about a recent headline that just made the news yesterday, and it's about our beloved Bill Cosby. Now, I've been wanting to put a video together about Bill Cosby for a while, but I guess there's no time like the right time, and that time is now. So, we're going to be talking about Bill Cosby and this conspiracy behind him being accused of sexually abusing and, giving women the jello, so to speak, and, sexually abusing women. So we're going to get into that video. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Turn on that notification bell. Let's get into it. Now, Bill Cosby really doesn't need any introduction. Everybody knows what he's known for. He has The Cosby Show, of course. There's Jello advertising, Ghost Dad, or whatever that show's called. I think it's Ghost Dad. But Bill Cosby is a household name, and when he got accused of being a sexual abuser, especially around the time where people like Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein, the Steens, like Bernstein Bears, but when all of these people were coming out into the news and the sexual allegations was really running rampant throughout Hollywood, Bill Cosby was one of the faces that happened to hit the stage. But Bill Cosby, his case is very different than most of the other ones. Same scenario, same umbrella, but different case. Now, before I provide you this information, now I've known this for a long time. This is not anything new to me, and some of the videos that I'm providing you are just reiterations of the information in regards to what the real reason was behind Bill Cosby being arrested and behind him being put in jail, why he was denied bail, why he was actually accused of being a sexual predator. The first video I'm going to show you comes from the late, great Dick Gregory. Now, Dick Gregory is going to be explaining here in this interview, explaining the backstory behind what was going on with Bill Cosby and the logic about exactly what was going on. So
I don't know you that well.
No.
But I know it's a trick. You've been here long enough, no athlete can do anything they want to do, and nothing happens to them. Huh?
Right.
Big business pay the government $10 billion, but they don't have to admit they broke a law. Huh? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So consequently, let's look at Bill Cosby. Where'd they find all these women? They didn't know each other.
Sure.
And when they finally bring the judge in and open up the records, that happened after the 4th of July holiday. Huh? Judges don't work on weekends. So where'd it come from? It came after all the barbecues and the trumpet was back home. Here it is. The judge. Here's what the judge said. Told Bill, you should get you some more lawyers. The judge said that. Right. Why? Because the judge said, well, give me a reason why I shouldn't open these up. He said, it would embarrass Bill's family. His lawyer said that. What about the women?
Right.
Okay? But here's what happened. Bill Cosby was getting ready to buy NBC. White supremacy came in and said, I have a right to. Well, you see, there's a thing called racist white folks giving them a liberation holiday. That's what Cosby show was. He didn't know it. Huh? Consequently, when the Bill Cosby thing hit, he was negotiating buying NBC. Oh, that's when they killed his son. You ever ask yourself a question? White folks love Bill Cosby so much. They had commercials, man, where little white children was riding his back eating tapioca out of his eardrums. Daddy Bill.
Now, as you can hear in Dick Gregory's testimony, he's saying that there is a bigger plot or bigger twist at work here. And none of the clues or any of the evidence that was provided to us makes any sense. This is something that you have to think about constantly when you see these things in the news about entertainers who are going crazy or who are accused of doing things. Now, I'm not saying that everything is a conspiracy. I'm not saying some of them did not do these things. But do know that a lot of things in the media are much more part of a bigger agenda than we know. Let's listen to what comedian Faison Love had to say about the situation.
There's definitely, that's why, people have said, why are you riding so hard? Because it don't make sense. None of this whole case don't make sense. Like, what? You said in 1872, I did what?
Yeah.
When black people couldn't even look at white women? You were scared back then to say something? And then now they found out that the testimony was all fucked up, and the girl Janice, they had other girls come in and testify who had nothing to do with it, and she's a drug addict.
Going back to Bill Cosby, a few years ago, it was rumored that he was trying to buy NBC. Do you think that had any precedence over, or the reason why all these people came out, saying that he did this to him because he was trying to make a power move in the black community, or just in the community in general as well, by buying NBC?
He was trying to be a beacon, and his son was murdered. Nobody ever mentions that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever mentions his son was murdered in the richest community in the world.
And it's Cosby, yeah.
That's true.
There hasn't been a murder there since.
Wow.
It appears that Bill Cosby's son was murdered, and Bill Cosby was purposely thrown in jail and blackmailed because he wanted to buy NBC. And NBC being owned by a black man gives a black man too much influence over people that that the powers that be want to control. So if Bill Cosby ran NBC, he could influence a lot more minds now that he's the owner, as opposed to him just being Bill Cosby, the Jello guy, which he doesn't really have much influence anymore now. But if he owned a company and a network as big as NBC, he really would. So this is something we got to understand, that they don't want you to understand what is going on. They don't want you to really know, because if you know, you will want to do something to somebody. If you find out that the life that you live right now is a lie, you're going to want to do something about it. Let me just get back to the end of this video and finish this video with some commentary by Dick Gregory. I want you guys to think about what the hell is going on in front of you right now, as Bill Cosby has been released, but there's a reason why he served all of that time. There's a reason why. It was not probably because he gave anybody date rape drugs and sexually abused anybody. But I wasn't there, and neither were you. So just check out the end of this video. Please subscribe. Scary Truth. Let's go.
How do they kill my son and I can't get a commercial? No more Jell-O commercial. I didn't kill nobody. My son didn't kill nobody. What's this about? Huh? That's what it's about. He knew something that most folk didn't know. That Mercedes he bought him, they had reboots. They only had them, and anybody can get them now. You get a flat, it reboots its own self. That's technology. He knew that. Plus, You know what kind of fool you got to be to want to rob somebody on the highway? That shit ended with stagecoaches, man. Huh? Cars traveling 30, 40, 50, 70 miles, and you gonna wait out there to rob one? Huh? Then he gets out and calls a white woman. She shows up in a miniskirt, mink coat, and high heel shoes to help him change your flat. When all you gotta do is push your button and the flat change itself. Bill knew that. Then if you look at the police report, I read it all. No robbery. He had $6,000 cash, all his credit card, cell phone, no robbery. Then 6 months later, they arrested an American, but he's a Russian immigrant. Right. So he did. When we checked that out, he was in Mexico that night.